Well, it's time for our insanely popular segment, Rugged, Ruined, and REKT. Well, everyone, I just love it. Every week I hear that music, see the video, and it just warms my heart to knowing that we're going to do this segment. And I have to say, there's no better time in this crappy weather that's out here to bring you crappy stories of people getting wrecked and ruined. And while I like making fun of these things, the real joy of this is learning just the new stuff and the way people either scam you or the things you overlook to get scammed. And just happens a lot, and thus we have a lot of material for the show. I couldn't possibly cover all of the scams, all of the rugs, or anything like that. At one point in my life, meaning in crypto, that's only a few months, I thought we could get a large chunk of them and report on them. But we have to pick our themes now. Pick and choose. I think I put together a good bunch for you that is just something that you learn something new every week. So we're going to start out with, in the Dodge theme again, Doge, Dodge, whatever, Astro Dodge. And they got some good graphics. You know it's going to be good, right? They got good graphics. They got the dog. They got the spaceman, the flag, just launched. They got links to buy, white papers, audits, charts, everything. But you got Astro REKT. This is a classic wreckage here. Just... I don't even know what to say, but one of the interesting parts of this is you zoom in on the end of the chart, we've got Astro FOMOing going on. Yes, it's a thing. People buy rugs hoping that a couple other people FOMO in, and then there was a good 3 or 5x in here if you bought on the comeback. But I have this up here not just to make fun of people about FOMOing and that type of stuff. What I do want to point out for this is in a long line of the topic about doxing. Doxing is very important, and people put it down and say it's not necessary. People that do that are the ones that are in on the scams or just have no idea. The point is, would you go into a bank and give all your money to them, but the teller at the bank was a fuzzy thing with a voice changer, and the manager's office was somebody you couldn't see, but really when you stepped in, it was in another country, and they didn't give you a name except some handle? No, you wouldn't give your money to them. Of course not, because they could just walk off with it. And that's what happens in crypto. This website, Astro Dodge, we are doxed. Here we are. I am Dean. I am Stella. I don't know what these last two guys are. And I'm Ian. Here's our LinkedIn profiles. Man, we are totally doxed. So people look at that and say, here they are. They're doxed, safe to invest. All you have to do is click that button. Just click the LinkedIn. All of them were fake. Not a single one of them was a legit account. Not even sort of legit. I can't remember what it was. Like 2 of them didn't link to anything, and 1 of them linked to a fake LinkedIn with 1 contact or something like that. If they're going to say doxed, you got to make sure they're doxed. You got to look into it. And real doxing is like this. You're on TV. You're talking about your stuff. You're in TG all the time talking about your stuff, and you've told enough to your investors about you so they know who you are and that you're a legitimate person. A fake LinkedIn profile, and people say, oh, it doesn't matter if you dox or not. You can just make a fake LinkedIn profile. Oh, yes, and then you catch the idiots that invested in Astro Dodge because they didn't just click the little blue button here. It's all you got to do is click the blue button, and you know. I just can't stress enough the importance of doxing and importance of investigating the doxing. But that is why we're trying to create our little walled-off garden with our tools. This is a good one. These guys are great graphics. Good. Obviously going to be a good project, right? It's got to be good. Baby Dodge X. Not Dodge, or not Baby Dodge. Baby Doge. baby Doge X, because if Elon Musk can have X after his name, SpaceX, then so can Doges. This is pretty good, though. Baby Doge X. You missed Doge X? Well, no big deal. Baby Doge X is here to catch you. An improved version, more stable version, and above all, more lucrative version. Yes. Oh, we're going to make some money on this, and baby's going to have new shoes. We fix the weakness of Doge X and offer you a unique experience. How unique you think that's going to be? Oh, I don't think so. Anyway, their gimmick was this dynamic price floor system. It is rather unique because it doesn't work. What they tried to do was buy their own coin and burn it, which burning, as you know from our burn parties, is a fun thing to do. It does lower your supply. But the important thing about having a lower supply is it does raise your price and your market cap goes up. It has nothing to do with your LP. And if your market cap is $1 million and your LP is only $30,000, you're only getting $30,000 out of the coin. So it doesn't really matter what your price is. And these guys apparently did not understand that. But they really stuck it to their investors. They had a good idea. People FOMO'd in. They said, yes, this is going to be it. It's just going to go up all the time. Things can't just go up all the time unless people invest in it and buy it. So they didn't want you to sell. Guess how? Just take a guess what their sell tax was. Here it says we've reduced the sell tax to 40%. Guess what it was? It was 75%. How can someone have 75%? You think, come on. People still sold because they're like, we want our money out. This thing's going to fail. We will sell with a 75%. So you know what they did? They turned it to 100% tax. 100% tax. And don't forget, you've got pancake swap fees on top of that. So in essence, to get out of this one, you had to pay. That's right. You had to cough it up, get some more money out, and pay just to get out of it. As you might suspect, this type of thing didn't work out so well, and everybody went to zero. But if you notice from this chart, these people that got wrecked at the end here. If you go over the beginning of the chart, which I didn't have, I thought I had the whole chart. They did this twice, and if you remember from last week or the last show, the no loss token. What happened to them? Yeah, they lost, but they lost twice. It was interesting. This one too, that you didn't see the big pump up here ahead of time, and then all the money went out, and then they did all kinds of crazy stuff, and all the money went out again. And I'm sure the devs made off like bandits because I am sure they exempted themselves from the tax and sold like crazy. It's important to note for you newbies out there and you oldies out there too, that Telegram gives you a lot of clues into what's going on, doesn't it? So in these guys' Telegram, I said, let me just scroll around and see what I can find out. Go all the way back to the beginning of the chat. You know what happens then? That's when the devs that aren't legit, they change their Telegram to keep the old people from the old one and bring them into new one. This old one used to be called First Baby Doge on the moon. And they changed it to this one. So they were already in one failed project, changed their Telegram to a new one, and then another failed project. If I had scrolled up at the beginning of this investigation, I wouldn't even paid attention to them because I knew it was going to be a failure. Oh, more good stuff coming up here. But I will take this break, not to play a commercial or anything but once again tell you, if you're watching this either live or you caught us on the recording referred to you on YouTube, come to our website, come to our Discord, come to our Telegram, DYORtoken.info. What we're trying to create is a walled-off garden, I'm going to say that a million times, where all the projects that are associated with us are completely safe and not rugs, honeypots, scams, or anything like that. They're legitimate projects, and you don't have to worry about rug pulls and all those types of things. The only thing you have to worry about is the project itself and its management and reaching its goals, its financial goals, just like any other stock, commodities trading, NASDAQ, OTC, all those types of things. That is what we're trying to create. You just worry about the project itself and its performance, the ownership of it, the safety of it. All of that is good. That's what we're trying to do. So come to our social media stuff. Come to our website, come to our Twitter, come to our Twitch, come to our Telegram, and participate. And also watch all of these other shows that appear here, around, and stuff like that to learn more about this. And make sure you pay attention to DYOR, Rug Seekers, the soon to be alive Disco Burn token. With our shameless plug over, I'm getting right into Golden Cat Cake. This one's a good one. You know this one's going to be successful. Why? Because I got the babe up there with the big boobs. No, she's neither a babe. She's probably had some kind of surgery to do that anyway. Anyway, the Golden Cat Cake. What do we say about this? What do you think? You think it's going to be a good one just from the name? Yeah, nope. Well, it had a seemingly decent launch and a nice pullback. It's got a nice little heartbeat motion there, right? Beep, beep, beep. A lot of coins do that. They launch, they have a pre-sale, they launch, people cash out, comes back, and then it goes beep. Nope, this one's not even on life support. Right into the slow rug, and if you participate in your Telegram, they were a hostile bunch of idiots in that Golden Cat Cake Telegram, and they just slow rugged you to death. But I have this one on here not just because it's a slow rug, because there's a million of them. I have this one on here because this was a new twist into trying to be doxxed. These guys claimed our dev is doxxed. We had a video of him talking, "Hi, I'm Chuck," or whatever his name is. "I'm the dev, and I am the expert in Solidity," all this kind of stuff, and blah, 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 blah. Everyone's posting it. It's great. They're like, "Oh, it's a real guy," this kind of stuff. Except that he was a Fiverr guy. He's just a Fiverr personality for hire. And if you can see this little picture here, well, up here is his Fiverr account, in which he basically says, "I'll do anything that you pay me. I'll say anything. I'll do anything. I'll be a spokesman. I don't care what it is." And so he gets on and misrepresents that he's a financial guy. Unfortunately for him in the United States, that is illegal. Whether you're a registered broker or not, you cannot represent that you're the head of a financial project. I don't care if it's a crypto coin or a stock or whatever. That is fraud. And fraud doesn't care whether it's finance or anything like that. Unfortunately, this chumbalone is going to get caught doing it because someone may have tipped off the authorities. Don't know who that was. Anyway, you can see his profile picture here matches his Fiverr picture here. We tried valiantly, but we kept getting banned in the TG, and it was very difficult. We direct messaged people, and they marked us as spam, so we got put in TG jail. It's tough being the crusader out there. But anyway, this project ultimately did not get as much money as it could have. But the dev, unfortunately, wherever they were, did slow rug everybody and take their money. Got to pay attention to these. The fake doxing gets another group of people. Another Telegram fun happened, and I lost most of the graphics for this one. But this one was Jet Token. This was playing on the Jet share and all this type of stuff, and that we're going to, eventually you'll get memberships in Jet Token and fly around the world on private jets to your Lamborghinis. Come on, really? This was another one where the dev stole somebody's ID. This guy was a pilot for JetBlue, and so when you Google him, everything was great about it. He is legitimate. He's there on the internet. Everything, yada, yada, works out. So you think, oh, it's real. Something was amiss. Something was amiss. And one of the things I know a lot about is pilots. My brother-in-law is a pilot. I have a fascination with the aviation industry. So I dug around a little bit. One of the things I know is that pilots generally don't invest in cryptocurrency because they're busy flying planes. But what gave this one away was hostility in the Telegram. Anytime you see hostility in the Telegram, it's a dead ringer for a scam. And this guy just comes right out. One of the mods says, "Hey, jackass, come into voice chat if you have some concerns." Hey, jackass. Well, imagine walking into Walmart and the greeter says, "Hey, jackass, how you doing? Why don't you get the F out of here?" That's not how customer service works. We all know that. Scammers don't necessarily understand that. So the person just says, "Well, sounds like a bunch of amateurs here. I don't want to even be in your portfolio. Hostility in Telegram, great lesson. Oh, periodically I've given an award out, or a category, not an award, but categories of stuff for things like this Kukachu project, in which there's a scam, but the devs don't care. They just say, you know, it's a scam. And one of the non-Inu ones, the guys just came out on Twitter, we scammed you. Bye. And these guys, big launch. They're associated with the Crypto Tigers group. That's an Asian group of promoters. They launched. Looks great, doesn't it? Not any red there, is there? Looks like a honeypot. You know, but it's just right after launch. Some of them do pretty well right at launch. If there's no pre-sale, or there's a fair pre-sale in which there's no price advantage, a lot of times right after launch there's no selling. But you give it a few more minutes, and then these messages start appearing. Hey, can anyone sell? First indication. Problem. We have a whale and dump protection, especially in the first 24 hours. We have no sells. The dev just comes out and says, or they program Rose to say, there's no sells. It's like, wait a minute, that you didn't. No, that's not right. And then, sure enough, Dev Rug. Dev Rug is like the opposite of when Lambo. When Lambo is good, Dev Rug, you got it. It's bad. The dev, what they did is didn't let anyone sell. Then all of a sudden, a strange transaction appears in which all 90 of the BNB take in Dev Rug, put in his pocket. Bye-bye. That is it. That was just a fun one. Cuckoo. No lesson learned there other than, you know, don't invest in projects that are just scams without doxing and things like that. I don't even know what else to say about it. Just a good one I had on the books. Oh, every once in a while, though, on this show, I talk about things that are not so nice. And things not so nice are when your friends and comrades go down in flames. And we don't always do everything right here. I try to make everything right. Our team tries to make everything right. Friends at Rug Seekers try to do all the right thing. And as you may suspect, we're talking about our friends over at Kevlar. And another group Rug Seekers was working with, Dreamcoin. Unfortunately, both of these projects failed for a reason that kind of collectively we all overlooked. And that is the idea that when you're launching a project, if you're the owner of a project or you're an admin in a project or an officer or whatever, you got to ask the question, who has the keys for the signature for the contract? Whoever that is owns the contract. I don't care if there's a person on the top of the CEO list or a person with all the money, whatever. Person that has the signature capability is the owner of your project, whether you like it or not, because they are in control of your LP and all your money. And both Kevlar and Dreamcoin, for different reasons, had their dev who wasn't doxxed. It was unknown. That was unknown to us and Rug Seekers. And so, sure enough, when it was coming time to push, if you recall, I had Rug Seekers, Kevlar on my show and interviewed their chief marketing officer, and they were planning on doxing. And as they get closer to the meeting in which they were doxing, apparently the dev that didn't want to be doxed fought back and pushed against it, saying it was a dumb concept. And sure enough, he took as much of the LP as that he could. Not going to go into the details of it. People at Kevlar will answer all your questions for you in their Telegram. They're trying to right the ship. I don't know what the hell's going on at Dreamcoin, but they are finished. Guy never asked for the keys from the dev and hired some guy in Fiverr to do it. Big mistake. Anyway, we learned our lesson from that one. You gotta make sure in your own project that you think it's your project, you have to have the keys to the contract before there's any money in it. All right, with that being said, we get back to the good stuff. This is one of my favorite ones, and it generates a lot of comments on the YouTube because people push back against their project getting called or winning the Apathy Award of the Week. Remember, it doesn't mean that they're dead or a scam or anything like that. It just means Meh. That's all it means. It doesn't mean they can't right the ship. It doesn't mean it's not going to be successful or they're going to meet their roadmap or goals. It just means right now they win because of apathy. And this one is shooting yourself in the head because Bonfire really did it. Bonfire, they're another one like Elongate. Had a great name, had a ton of investors. They just blew it. Just blew it. I have to admit, I was in this one at the beginning of it. When they first rocketed up, much like us, a team did an AMA live, and they had like 12 people on it. I couldn't figure out why they had so many people. But the owner, it was a video. The owner did not appear on video. Everyone else was on video, 11 little Brady Bunch squares, and then a guy with a dark box with a burning flame just withering like this. And he also disguised his voice. And I always suspected it was someone from Safe Moon or something like that. I'm not saying that, but I just suspected it was someone important. It didn't want to be seen. It was doing a side project. And I said, this is not right. And shortly thereafter, they had a big dip. And I was just at unease. So I sold out. Wasn't long after that. And since then, it's been just on life support. There's obviously details behind this and about that dev finally left. Community took it over. Someone else took it over. I don't know what the story is, but Bonfire is officially dead. They pulled the rest of it out, and maybe they didn't pull it out, but whatever. They tried to start a new one called Embers. Not going to report on that, but I'll leave a spot for it in the show just in case. Anyway, congratulations, Bonfire. You win the Apathy Award of the Week. Oh, do we have any more for you? Yes, we do. There's more. There's always more, but I got a good one because this one is the one of the ones you say when you see that the Telegram has been deleted. It was time for what? Sell 10 minutes ago. That's what it was. X10 Finance. Something went wrong. Yep, you lost your money. But this is the one in which I say the devs just came right out and said, sorry, we're done. That's it. Sorry, we're done. We didn't succeed. It was nice to meet everyone. We're taking your money, and that's it, you chumbalones, because we're done. And so are we with this week's episode of Rugged, Ruined, and REKT. We done. See ya. Oh, that was good.